Hi guys, my name is TV. In this tutorial I will explain how to install and configure the Revolution Lightbox WordPress plugin. Revolution Lightbox WordPress plugin, it's a full-blown multimedia lightbox. It will work on mobile devices and desktop machines. Like I said, it has full multimedia support like image, video, audio, Vimeo, YouTube, iframe, Ajax, HTML content, Google Maps, and Flash. You can see here some of the examples that I have prepared in the demo page. For example, this is an image gallery. So all the buttons are can be disabled, enabled, modified, changed, positioning, styling. So it's really customizable. So like I said, everything is optional. So this is the image gallery, one type of image gallery. This is another one. Like I said, everything is customizable without borders. This is a simple image, color modified. It's a modal window. This is why I'm clicking and it's not closing. And for multimedia, you can create, for example, mixed content like here. You can have a video or multimedia gallery with image. Of course, this is an example with all the supported types. What you can have a video gallery or an audio gallery. It doesn't have to be like in these examples. This is just to show you that it has support for image, MP4 video using our easy video player, audio, YouTube, Vimeo, Flash, even if it's outdated, it's there for those who need it, Google Maps, HTML content, Ajax, you can load web pages inside it, or iframe. So yes, even it also has support for social media website like Facebook. You can load Facebook albums directly in the Lightbox. This is an image with my daughter, Isa. Flickr albums. YouTube playlists. This is directly from YouTube, and SoundCloud playlists. So yeah, like I said, it's a really flexible and complete lightbox. And what makes it special and different from the other lightboxes is that it has the capability to create external playlists. It doesn't have to be bounded, or I don't know how to explain it. That's a bit to be bounded to the WordPress content. You will see what I mean by that when I will show you the how to set it up and configure it, how to create a playlist, and it's really cool. This is the same the same page like as the one that I showed you before, only the skin is different. So the lightbox has two skins. The first one is minimal skin, and this one is modern skin. Of course, these buttons are PNG files, can be modified as you want. You can create your own skin. It's really easy to change it. So yeah, this is a short and brief presentation of the lightbox. It's a really complete and cool lightbox. So to install the lightbox in WordPress, After you download the files, you will inside the main folder you will find the zip file. So this is the actual plugin. The other file is a documentation file where you can find some useful information. The open source files, JavaScript files of the Lightbox itself for those who might want to change something, and this is licensing. Okay, so this is how we install the plugin. Add new, upload plugin, choose the zip file and install now. It's installing. Okay, so the plugin was installed successfully, and now we have to activate it. After activation, it will appear here. It has three main tabs for settings. General settings. Here you can create your presets. What I mean by presets, it's, for example, here, if you want the next and pref buttons to be to have a larger margins, or you want to disable it, or you want to remove the play button, or change the border color, or remove the description, basically everything can be removed and you can only have a raw image. So these are the general settings. So yes, this, like I said, these are the general settings. Like I said earlier, there are two predefined presets, minimal skin and modern skin. You can use them as they are with the default setting. You don't have to change anything here. But if you want to make any modifications, for example, I will show you an example after we create the playlists and we can actually test the Lightbox. You have to create another preset. So this is how it's done. My preset, and click add new preset. And now everything can be modified here. And after you change something, just press update preset settings, that you can use this preset in your page. So okay, I will return to this after I show you the playlist manager. So after the after you set up this a preset for your Lightbox, for your case, you have to create a playlist. What I mean by playlist, so here you can see there are a lot of thumbnails. This is a playlist, and each entry has a thumbnail and a Lightbox item associated to it. You don't have to have thumbnails. In this example, the plugin, the playlist, has thumbnails. So this is just a short description of what a playlist is. So this is the first item in the playlist, this is the second, and so on. So I've already created this playlist because it doesn't make sense to waste time to show you how to add each item. So there are 5, like I said before, there are 5 playlist types. There is normal playlist, in which you can actually add an image, a video, an audio, Vimeo, YouTube, Google Maps, and so on type of item. Then there is a Facebook playlist, Flickr playlist, SoundCloud playlist, and YouTube playlist. To add a new playlist, let's, for example, you want to create an image gallery. You click this button, add new playlist. You give it a name, my image playlist, and the type we set it to normal. Add playlist, and after creation you can add items for the Lightbox. For example, you want to add an image, add new item, you give it a name, image, so my image, give it a source. This is what this is the item, Lightbox item source, and a thumbnail path. Like I said, this is optional. Only if you want to use thumbnails. The thumbnails can be disabled in the general settings under your presets, so we will not add a thumbnail here. Video poster path is only if the source is a video, and the item maximum width and item maximum height, it's will override the default item maximum width and maximum height specified in the general settings. This will apply to all item types except images, because images will actually use the actual image width and height. And after you here you can also add a description if you want a description. This is the description here. So if you want one, just add it there and it will appear in the Lightbox. So after all is done, you just add the item, update my playlist, and after this you can use this in the Lightbox. We'll delete it for now because, like I said, I've already created the playlist. Oh, sorry about that. Like this, update. So yeah. I have created here an image gallery playlist. I've already added images in them. So adding in a video, it's the same as image, only you just have to add MP4, the source, and you can also add a poster if you want a poster for the video, and to modify the maximum and maximum height if you want to modify it. For audio, you have to add the audio MP3 source. You can do it from the library or an external MP3. For Vimeo, just add the source of the Vimeo video file. YouTube the same, just add the source of the YouTube video file URL. And for Google Maps, you have to add the Google Maps URL location. So if I copy this and paste it in the browser, you will see the there's a missing key, but the idea is that you have to copy the URL location of your Google Maps location. I don't want to explain this, but I think you understand. For iframe, just add the website page that you want to view in an iframe. For Ajax, the same idea, you add the source of the page, but in front of it you have to put this string. This will tell the Lightbox that it is an actual to be loaded via Ajax. HTML content, here it's a bit different. If you want to, what I mean with HTML content, you can one second, you can actually load HTML element. This is an HTML form, so if you want, you can put anything here, not just a form. If you want HTML content, just set the item source to this string, and the HTML content added in the item description, so this will appear in the Lightbox. So, and for Flash, just add the Swift URL location. This is the main idea with the items. After you add all your items, make sure you update the playlist. So, one second. One thing to mention is the playlists are sortable. You can switch the position anywhere you want. Also, the items are sortable, so if you want the last item to be first, it's easy to set up. To also, what I forgot to tell you about the social media playlists. To add a social media playlist, just add new playlist. You add the name, for example Facebook. You select the type, and here you have to add the URL of the playlist for Facebook, the album, Flickr album, and so on. So I've already created this. I will show you the URL. So for example, this is an album, a set for Facebook, for Flickr. It's also, if I copy this and paste it in the browser, you can actually see it. The actually sets from Flickr. So this will be loaded in the Lightbox. For SoundCloud, the type is SoundCloud, and the playlist, it's a SoundCloud playlist URL. And for YouTube, the same type is YouTube, and this is a YouTube. If I copy and paste it, it's a YouTube playlist. This is the playlist here that will appear in the Lightbox. Okay, so after the playlists are created, we can return in the page and see how we can display the Lightbox in the page. And also there is a CSS Editor. These are classes used for the Lightbox description and for social media description. If you want to add some CSS here, for the Lightbox, you can add it here. After we have a playlist and a preset, we can use the Lightbox in the page. So I have to delete this. I've already tested it. So this is the shortcode generator. Probably in your case will appear on the right, but it doesn't matter what it is. So like you see here, we have the presets that we created and the playlists. So for example, we want to use our preset and the image gallery playlist. And these two boxes are really important. This box is the element when which clicked will open the Lightbox. You can add here the element ID or class separated by only one ID or multiple IDs. What I mean, you will see in a moment. And this is the position in the playlist that will open the item that will open when the playlist, when the item is, when the sorry, I'm a bit dizzy, when the element is clicked. So if you want to open the first Lightbox, this is 0, the counting starts from 0. This is the second item is 1, and so on. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So for example, we want to open the Lightbox by clicking a button. We have to create a button here, or there is a button. Oh, there is a button. You click on button, have it in ID, image gallery button, and in the text image open. And now we have the image. We have the ID of the button. We can add it here in the HTML element ID or class. After we have this, it's better to move it here because it makes more sense. Here, open Lightbox Add. Like I said, if we want to open the Lightbox, the second item in the Lightbox, so we'll put here 1. After this is done, just click Add Shortcode, and this is it. Update, and if we preview the page changes, now, so after the shortcode is added, I've added something that shouldn't be here. We can see the preset ID is the third ID. The counting starts from 0, and the playlist ID it's 5, selected from the Dropbox. And the opener from the Lightbox is the element with the ID image gallery button. So if you see this now, in preview pages, we can see the button, and when clicked, the Lightbox will open with the first element. If you want to open the second element in the Lightbox, just change the item ID to 1. Don't forget the counting starts from 0, so the first element is at position 0. Okay, preview, update element with a, okay, so now you can see it's opened, it has opened up the second element. Okay, let's say you want another button with a class. Put here BR for space, and I've created another button. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a button. It can be any element, image, link. It doesn't really matter as long as it has an ID or a class, and this is passed as a parameter to L opener here or here. It will open. So this is using a class, as you can see. So you can separate this with commas and add the image class, and now with class. Okay, if we update and preview, can open this from a class. So now the cool thing is that I'll just copy and paste the shortcode. Doesn't make sense to add it again with the shortcode generator. We can open with the ID the first element in the Lightbox, and with the class the third element in the Lightbox. Update, preview changes, and now this is opening the first, and this is opening the third element. As you can see, the third thumbnail is selected. So this is the basic usage of how to open the light. This is why it's so cool. You can have the content is not taken from the actual post. You can have a single image in the post, and the playlist can have 100 images. So let's say we want to add we want to show the multimedia gallery. We'll create I will actually add the image now, just a random image, to show you how to add it from an image. I don't know which one to choose. For example, this one, doesn't matter. So we give it an ID. My image. Now we'll use the shortcode generator to add this in the page. We'll select the multimedia playlist. Start now we add the ID of the element that will open the Lightbox. In this case is my image. Since it's an ID, we have to add this hash mark before it, and we'll start at position 0. So now add shortcode, As you can see, it's added the preset ID to 2, playlist ID to 0, my image as a opener, and the item ID to 0. Update and preview. The image is here. This is just an example. You can add your own. You can create a gallery, and from each image you can open the Lightbox. And now when clicked, this is the multimedia. This is the other playlist with video and audio and the one that I've showed you in the playlist manager. So okay, so let's say we want to open the Facebook album. This is last example because I think we get the idea. Still using an image. I gave it an ID of my Facebook image. So we'll use the Shortcode Generator. We'll select my preset. We'll choose the Facebook playlist. Here we'll add the ID. This can also be a class, and we'll start at the first image. And now we'll add the shortcode, and if we update and preview changes, so the first image will open the multimedia gallery like I showed you before, and this one will open the Facebook from Facebook. Something that you need to, if this is for example, if you want to remove the thumbnails from the Facebook album, how it is done, you have to go to general settings. We can do this by modifying the preset that we have, or we can create another one and disable it there, but we will use this one since it's created. So we'll set show thumbnails no, and we have to change some colors. For example, the background color, we'll switch it to, this is not the color that anyone would use, but just to prove a point, and the border to red. Now if we update the preset and go to the page and open the Facebook album, like you see the background is changed and the thumbnails are gone. The same goes with the buttons. For example, if you want to remove the share button or the slideshow button or the info button, the zoom button, even the close button, everything can be modified. So this is how it is, the basic usage of it. It's extremely flexible. Like I said, there are tons of settings. You can see in the demo page there are a lot of examples that will explain better than me what the Lightbox can do and achieve. I don't know what I did with this. So this is for developers. Also want to show you here on the right there is the console open. Do not pay any attention to this stuff here because it will not appear in the Lightbox was once installed in your team. This is just for me as reference to see if there are any issues. So for developers, Revolution Lightbox can open can display a playlist from a JSON object. So JSON object must be defined in the window, on the window, JavaScript window object, or here in the text editor. This is how it looks like. It has two items, the first two images. First one is image with a thumbnail, the second one another image with a thumbnail. What's important is that the object must have this. string in front of his name. This is how Revolution Lightbox knows how to open the JSON playlist. So once we have the object to create a button or an image or any other type of HTML element, we give it an ID. And here we add the shortcode. So now instead of the playlist ID, we add the object. Update. Now if we preview the page, and I'll close this as it's confusing. So now if you open the gallery, it's opening from that JSON object, those two items that we have added there. So this is a cool feature for developers to include a Lightbox in a theme, for example, without having to create a playlist manually or load it from Facebook or other social media. Also, for the developers, there is another useful tool. The Revolution Lightbox has a minimal API. It doesn't have many events, but it has a few. For example, when the Lightbox starts, show start, show complete, hide start, and hide complete. Using these objects, these events, and update when item is updated. Using these events, for example, when the Lightbox finishes to closes, you can do some JavaScript or show an image or whatever. So this is how it's used. Add the script, register the API. This is obvious for any developer, and here are the events. And once updated, and preview. Now if you open, there is a log show start, and when closed, hide start, and of course there is the other one, show complete and hide complete. So this is the I don't know how to say this. I know that the tutorial is a little bit messy, but it's complicated to describe a Lightbox of such complexity in just a few minutes on a video tutorial. But I think the idea is clear. So I really hope you like it, because I put a lot of work in this project. If you have any questions for those who buy it, please contact me on the email address from the. You can find the email address in the downloaded files inside the documentation. So thank you for watching.